That's right. We're back. Guess who's back? Back again. It's John. John Catalina is here. John, say
Hey,
hi.
what's going
Now,
on?
it's so good to see the bouncer, a man who represents Donald's home state of Ohio, a man
Yes,
who lives the most pious and righteous life, a
I try.
man who's one of the best wrestlers in the Midwest, a master technician. He is the Archbishop of Pain. And if you go to Ohio and disrespect this man, you cross this man, I can promise you, brothers and sisters, he will send you to the ICU. And that's why we love welcoming back the Ohio Wrecking Machine, the bouncer, John Lee.
See, I missed that. I
Yeah.
missed that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love doing your intro.
That's one of my favorites, man. I told you, you ever come this way, you're hired for the ring announcing job.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
telling you.
I'd be more than happy to put on a suit and put in that
Yes.
microphone and represent.
Well, I'll
Yes.
be
So
Absolutely.
excited for your intro. Like, he didn't even hesitate. He just went right on
I know,
into
right?
I
it.
had
Right
to.
into
I
it.
had to.
Usually
I
it's
had
like 5 minutes into the show. He's finally like, oh, yeah, that's right. I got to do this.
Yep.
It was like
Yep.
right off the gate.
Uh-oh. Mom and Dad are here. Everybody say hi to Mom and Dad.
Hey, Mom
Hi,
and
Dad.
here, Mrs.
Hi,
McKinney.
Mom and Dad.
And this boy with the mustache and beard, with the blue headset, he was the most desirable man in North Hollywood, but now he's fallen down to third place.
Third
Oh,
place.
Yes,
Third.
sir.
place.
2 people have surpassed you lately in North Hollywood as the most desirable of men, sir.
This is embarrassing.
It
Wow.
is. But women still tear their undergarments and throw them your way when you walk the streets of LA.
Wow.
A man who is always
Probably
socially
after they shit in
lubricated. Well, Donald, you're always socially lubricated.
Poop again.
You are an original. You are the man that will always and always be DC Comics for life.
Oh, yeah.
Give it up for Ted Kord's beloved second son, Donald McKinney III.
Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you. Oh. Okay, thank you.
And last but never, ever the least of us, she is a woman from Arizona, a woman who lives. What the hell, man? She is a woman that lives the Cobra Kai lifestyle.
Uh-oh.
Yes, she does. She'll whoop your ass, Donald. She'll spank you, Donald. She will whoop you. Give it up for a cat lady who loves her sweet little kittens. The beautiful, the brilliant, the bewitching Bonnie Tubb.
No clap effect. What happened today? Oh,
She gets a DJ air horn there.
Oh, thanks.
And of course, I'm simply your humble servant, the Grand Master of the Jedi and Vulcan arts, your Supreme Chancellor, Brother Kevin.
I'll clap for him. I'll clap. Damn it.
Wait, usually I get
Oh,
the
it's slow clap. Okay, I see.
What happened to the monastery bell thing?
Oh, that's been gone for a while, Kevin.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that cost $275 for that one. So that's gone.
Well, what we will do is before the end of the show, before the end of the program, we will take up a collection from the brothers and sisters in the comments section, so we may gain back those sound effects.
Yes. Bring back the bell.
Bring back the bell. And yes, Mr. Knucking Futz #1, we should be ashamed of ourselves because Bouncer does have an awesome back wall. I didn't comment on that.
I mean, that's
Where our walls
it's
are weak.
Look at
it's even
that.
better on the other side
Look
too.
at that.
Our
I don't know how
walls
to
are
flip
What's
the
weak.
wrong with
damn
my
thing,
wall,
but
man?
I would say mine's lit up pretty well. I don't
Well,
know.
Right?
you know,
it does look good.
Please.
maybe in comparison, it's just weak.
I gotta light it
It's
up.
It's even more on the other side, man. I don't know how to flip it. I'd show you, but yeah, it's even more holy shit everywhere.
I mean, I don't think you guys want to see what I have in here.
Oh,
Oh, I have.
It's intimidating. For certain. For certain.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
dead bodies
Yeah.
everywhere. Let's go.
Let's just all hope that like nobody is in there when the big one hits.
oh.
'Cause
Knock on wood, Bonnie. Lord.
That's what I'm saying.
Jeez Louise.
Well,
Wow.
Donald, I certainly hope that nothing is found in your closet when you pull out.
That's true. That's a good point, Kevin. I gotta take this down though and
Oh.
add the other one. So you didn't time it quite as well
Damn
as
it.
you
I
would have
usually
liked
do.
to have. But
Darn it.
let's just pretend like like this just happened just now, and you can go ahead and say it.
You know, sometimes I wonder with Donald, is he ever going to pull out of trouble?
It is.
Okie dokie. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I actually got to read a few comics this weekend because I was horribly sick. So, yay for that. Gave me plenty of time to read for sure because I did not leave my apartment very much at all. I think when I looked out, the sun was out there, and like that was bad.
That sounds like me every day. The sun don't go.
You every day?
Same.
Yes.
You have to leave before it's light and come back after it's dark.
We got
Yes.
some vampires or something? Werewolves?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Mhm.
Vam wolves,
Yes.
Wolves?
Office vampire.
wolf pyres.
Vamp
I kind of like
wolves.
wolf pyres.
Vamp wolves.
Have they
I like
done a wolf pyres like film or something?
I think there may have been one.
What was the
one?
oh man, what's the name
So
of the movie
MTV.
with the werewolves and the vampires fighting each other? Oh God.
Oh, there's been several of those.
Underworld, you talking about?
Yes, wasn't there a hybrid werewolf vampire in that? That's
Yeah,
okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I know MTV did a thing. They had a show a while back. I can't remember what it was called, but I remember that it came out after a good friend of mine had made a web series about what happens if a vampire accidentally, I can't remember if it was accidentally fed on a werewolf or accidentally got bit by a werewolf.
Okay.
But it had the greatest title ever. It was called Stuck and Moan.
Well then,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty
felt
good.
like they wanted to go a different direction and then decided let's do this instead. You know.
Yeah, we didn't have enough
They-
money
they were-
for the porn, so
They were trying to be
Right.
cheeky.
all right, fair enough.
Oh,
Well-
it was great.
Speaking about sucking and moaning, let's talk these comic books here, guys.
It may still be on YouTube.
I have Predator kills the Marvel Universe.
Really?
Ooh,
Predator kills
okay.
the Marvel Universe?
Kills the Marvel Universe.
The
Book
Ultras
one.
kill everybody?
Now, let me tell you something. If you didn't read that Predator versus Spider-Man like I told y'all to do, this is on you. So spoilers, because I don't give a shit. This is on you. You've had plenty of time. You fucked it up. But I mean, when these guys, Predators go hard enough that they just basically wipe out the entire Guardians of the Galaxy,
Damn.
you know shit's gonna get real. You know it's gonna get bad. And
Wow.
when they show up with their Predator clan, and one of the members is Kraven the Hunter,
Wow.
yeah, that's fucking right. He's been indoctrined into the Predator clan.
Nice.
Is showing them how to kill the heroes of the Marvel Universe, which is something to behold. And after the Guardians, their first target, Mr. Sean, the Fantastic Four.
Ooh.
That's right. The Predators go after the Fantastic Four. What happens from there? I can't say. I'm not going to tell you. But let me tell you what. It's great. I'm having a blast. I'm giving this a 7.5 out of 10. Lots of potential. Can hopefully get better. But I like where it's headed. I'm enjoying the ride. This is the second printing. I unfortunately did not get my hands on a first printing. But I was able to grab a second printing. And it's worth it. It's well worth it. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. And it is $5.99. Not the
Is
cheapest.
that
Expensive.
is that a newer series that they did or something? Or has it been out for a while?
Yeah, it's only been out like 2 months.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
very new. And they've been doing within the last year, they did Predator versus Wolverine, Predator versus Black Panther, Predator versus Spider-Man, and now it's just Predator kills the Marvel Universe.
Wow.
So they've built to this, in other words.
Is it worth $1.5 gallons to purchase?
I think it's
Yes,
Benjamin Percy's. He's a pretty good writer. He's a pretty good writer, pretty solid. The Spider-Man one did feel a bit rushed, but I think it's because they were pushing him towards this, which is what it is. And while we're in the Marvel Universe, let's talk Battle World. Oh yes, Battle World. It is back. What did they do? What was that one where it was like, it's not Civil War, the other one,
Secret Wars?
Secret Wars. Thank you. I always forget that name for some reason. Secret Wars. It's basically the same thing, only it's one planet. It's an amalgamation of all these different timelines, and they were put there by none other than, you guessed it, Korvax. For why? Nobody knows. But he's here. Maestro's here. Old Chubby Thor's here.
Chubby Thor.
You know, all the lates and greats of the series. It's by the numbers. It's really not as entertaining as I would like it to have been. Oh, what are you doing here? Oh, I don't know. Are you from my timeline? Oh, no, I'm from a different timeline. What? Oh, how do we do this? Oh, I don't know. Let's figure it out. It just didn't grab me. It's okay. It's okay. It's a 5.5, guys. At best. I'm hoping it gets better, and it certainly better get better, or Marvel's in trouble, because they're banking on this, I think. And I don't know why. But $4.99 will get you the price of admission. I think you should spend it on the Predator, and just add $1 instead of this.
Wow. I don't think Marvel would be happy with you saying that.
I don't care. I'm not a cuck for Marvel, Kevin. You said it in my title. DC for life, baby.
That's true. That's true.
Very true.
Do you have any DC books to review, by the way?
I've got one more here, and it's not DC. So no, I don't have any DC this week.
Shame on you.
Oh, well. When it comes to Beneath the Trees, where nobody sees, Rite of Spring,
well, that's different.
I think you'll give me a pass on that.
Yeah,
now, John, if you haven't been reading this, oh my lord, sir, you need to be. Okay. The trade has been out probably about 6 months now for the first part of this. The first story was just called Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. And it's about our title character, Samantha, which is a middle-aged female bear that runs a hardware store.
All right.
And on the side goes into the city and murders people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Digging it so far.
That's right. That's right. She would offer them rides and then put bags over their heads in alleyways and smother them, and then cut them open and drain their blood into buckets, and then cut them up into tiny little pieces and put them in paint buckets and bury them in various places within the forest.
Damn.
That's messed up.
You know, very lighthearted, fun indie series.
It's definitely for the kids, huh?
Yes. This one has to do with the fact of the chickens have come home to roost, so to speak, but not really chickens, more like ducks. See, because Samantha killed this duck dude in the first series of Beneath the Trees, and the duck dude's sister, Patricia Crackers, I don't know, I just made that up. She's after Samantha, sort of. She's just after answers, and she gets told to come to the town where Samantha is by Sam. So what's the reasoning and why? And we're learning that out. We're learning as it goes. This is a bit of a slow burn, this one, instead of the first series. The first series had a lot of action, so to speak, and it was pretty quick. This one's more a backstory. We get to learn what Sam did, when she was younger, her relationship with her parents, et cetera, and this third issue, boy, does it tell you exactly what you need to know. Some might call it jumping the shark. Others might call it going in the direction that they've never dare dreamed. And I'm here for it. I'm still going to give this high marks. This individual issue, I'm going to give it 7.5 to an 8 out of 10. But I still say overall, the series still reigns supreme at a 9 out of 10 when it comes to Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. So if you get a chance, definitely check that out. This one is called Rite of Spring. It is the sequel to Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, and it is $5 from IDW. So if you get a chance, I highly recommend it. For all you horror fiends, it is a can't miss.
Now, out of curiosity, what does it take to get a 9.5 out of you? Because I know you have the strictest of standards for a good read.
I mean, honestly, sex stuff.
Whoa! I can't believe you said that.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Hey, Jesse,
You
what's up?
can't?
Oh, hey, here we go. Brian's here from Half's Hot Sauce.
Hey, Mr. Brian, how you doing?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Paris says you don't have any other copies of that in the shop, do you, Donald? I was looking for it the other day. Paris, I believe we do. Number 3? I thought we did. We might. I'll have to check when I'm there. I'm not there on the weekends, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, actually, for me, because I was too sick. I wouldn't have worked anyway. But no, I'm I'll know when I go in tomorrow, in other words. So it's possible. It's highly possible that we will have one. Let's see. Do you Enrique says, "Cuck, what? I think I joined at the wrong time." No, you joined at the perfect time, Enrique. Porky Staza says, "I highly recommend Beneath the Trees." Jesse says, "Who's next?" Right, Jesse? Yeah, who is next when it comes to who's going to get killed next? I'm so proud of you, Donald. You got rid of Chris.
Wow. That's evil. That is evil.
That's mean.
Evil.
No, Chris, we're all giving good wishes for you, sir. Hope everything turns out well with what's been going on. So
Exactly.
hopefully, yeah. So all good thoughts for Chris during this live. That's what he means by who's next. Oh, I think we know, Kevin. Who's next when it comes to being eliminated, Kevin, from the live show? I'm not going to give any names, Kevin, but
of course,
it could be anybody, Kevin.
It could be anybody.
Anybody at all, Kevin.
Weird. Yeah.
Weird.
So
okay. Bonnie has immunity, says Hector.
That's true. That is actually true. You see, he said something nice to you.
There we go.
One time.
Kevin has to point it out, and then now it's gonna get much worse from here.
Right, exactly.
Hector's like, hold my beer.
Now he's gonna say, "Oh shit, I said something nice. Oh fuck."
So before we get started,
I gotta take it back really quick.
Before we get started on this, I wanted to there's more new people here, I think, from the last time we had John on. John, why don't you tell the audience what you do, what you do for fun, and what you do for your nightlife, so to speak. And
my nightlife. So so I'm a professional wrestler out of Youngstown, Ohio, and also an actor. Which it's been really busy this year, man, between both. So as far as fun, I don't know. I love my horror movies. It's probably about the gist of me. Horror. I collect horror stuff, as you can see behind me, and there's a bunch in front of me too, which you can't see. But yeah, kind of horror is my thing. So this is my time of year.
Yeah. You started this year, I think, at the beginning of September, if I'm correct.
Yeah. As soon as the 4th of July, so the 5th of July to me starts Halloween. So
wow.
As soon as the fireworks are over, it's time to hit Halloween, man.
Wow.
Amateur.
Yeah, it's like
year-round Halloween, man.
Wow.
Yes, I'm with you on that one. Year-round, all the time. Hell,
we got Halloween, we got Christmaween, we got Valloween, Springaween, and Summerween.
Absolutely. Got them all covered.
St. Patrick's Day Halloween. I don't think that one works.
What about Leo Oween for you guys?
I mean, I feel like there is a horror movie for every holiday, so basically we celebrate it all year round, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is true. I guess, now that I think about it, that Grabbers movie would be like the St. Patrick's Day Halloween. It's the one where they're in Ireland and they have to drink in order to stop the monsters from attacking them. They have to be drunk or the monsters will kill them. You haven't seen if you haven't seen that.
I have not seen that.
Oh my God, John, you got to watch that movie.
I was in an Irish movie that you have to probably be drunk to watch, but that's a different story, though. Either way. But
you've done it a lot. Just name a couple in case somebody wants to check out any of your films. Man.
Trying to think of what's streaming on Tubi right now. Pact of Vengeance. That's a good one. Cannibal Tick. Oh man, trying to think what's on there still.
Cannibal Tick.
Yeah, Cannibal Tick was fun. There's one called Normal Violence that's on there right now. Yeah, but those are fun ones. Those are horror ones. Those last two are horror. The first one's more of an action type movie, but it's a lot of fun though.
Okay, nice. Cannibal Tick.
Yeah, we did that one like 4 years ago, 5 years ago now. It was fun though. A lot of fun.
Big Sal says, "Make this man the mayor of Halloween Town."
There you
I'll
go.
take it.
There
I
you
will
go.
take it. Heck yeah.
Knocking
That's right.
Futz has been an extra in half a dozen movies. Lots of waiting around. Oh God, absolutely.
I
yes-
learned a very valuable lesson that day when I did my very first one, and there was an older guy there, and he said, "Hurry up and wait." And I had no idea what the hell that meant.
Yeah.
And then I realized that man made perfect sense. Like, he's right. You hurry up and you wait.
Jesse, John the bouncer and myself, we've had a tumultuous past, to say the least. So if you ever get a chance to go back and
It's the archives. It's the archives.
watch I mean, we're good now. We're in a good spot now. But there in the archives, yeah, if you get a chance to go back and revisit, there was
There was a time.
I mean,
kinda,
in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have assumed that wrestling was completely fake and that I could, whoop somebody's ass. Probably not the best idea,
Well,
but
Somebody went and ran his mouth.
But thanks to me, we had a peace summit to bring to bring the parties together.
Yes, it was all Kevin. It was definitely Kevin that did it.
And dinner, and a good dinner together. That helped too.
And a good dinner, yeah.
It was like a mobster sit down. We had a nice little sit down.
Spaghetti, some
Mhm.
spaghetti and meatballs.
It's a good time.
Yeah. Oh, I see a little Jason Lee in Donald. A little. Oh, okay. I've
Quite the
been called
compliment.
that. I've been called that before. Jason Lee, Jim Carrey, Bruce Campbell.
I just get
And then
called
some-
Taz all the time.
And then
so.
some randos. You get to call Taz. So
Dude, I
Hey,
did a
Kevin
show.
Burnett.
I did a show
Before
about
he
3
got
weeks
skinny.
ago, and it had been the first time I'd been there in probably about a year. And they moved to a different spot, so this crowd was pretty much all new to me. And as soon as I walked out, the entire crowd legit thought I was Taz. Like, I had people coming up to me afterwards. "Did you used to work for WWE?" "No." "Did you used to work in ECW?" "No." "Man, you look just like." "I know."
I know. When I
a
first
kid
met
walked
you, we
up-
talked about that.
No, a kid walked up and gave me a Taz like keychain. He was like, "Here you go." He was like, he just randomly had it with him and gave it to me. I was like, man, it was. So I told him, I was like, I'm going to embrace my inner Taz next show, and I made my own like entrance video, like a knockoff of Taz's old video. I was like, I'm just going to embrace it. Might as well.
Hey,
might as well.
You say, "Beat me if you can, survive if I let you."
Exactly.
Well, you do have something in common. You're both Italian. You're both stout men.
Yeah, you wouldn't think though. You look at him and you wouldn't think he's an Italian dude. It's the Brooklyn accent and all that shit, right? It kind of throws you off a little bit. And he really doesn't look Italian, but his real name's Pete. I can't say his last name because I don't know how. But it's like everybody says he's a dick in person though. So like I've never met the guy and I kind of don't want to just because of that. But
from my understanding, I think it's Pete Senecchia. I think that's how you pronounce it.
that sounds right. Yeah. See, now I couldn't say that. I don't know what the hell it was.
You're
I'd
Italian.
butcher it
Isn't
like
that a
everybody.
city in New
You're
York?
Italian. You're Italian.
But I'd butcher I'd butcher it like everybody does mine. So like in all fairness, I don't want to try.
That is fair because I did not know how to pronounce your name when I first met you.
No, but you did it right.
Wow.
Though. You got it.
I got it.
You got it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I've been called everything but what my last name is, and I just go with it. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's cool. It's close enough. I'm still
something new
close enough.
every day.
It's cool.
Why not?
Yep. Every day it's a new name. Like, okay, cool. Whatever.
Cupcake.
Right.
I agree on that, Knocking Futz. Definitely the Stan Lee cameo is the best, and I always like the chocolate covered pretzel bit with Michael Rooker. I think he's,
Oh god, that was a great.
Oh yeah,
the
man.
best.
Yeah.
That and like one of my most favorite lines ever. That kid is back on the escalator.
yes.
This-
You do love that kid on the escalator, Bonnie.
I
This-
do. It's just such a stupid running gag. I love it.
This year is the 30th anniversary of Mallrats, interestingly enough.
That it is.
They're still working on a sequel, aren't they? I mean, I heard they were talking about it, right?
I think so.
I think it's officially back in the works. Yeah.
I think he should stop.
Really? You don't
I
dig them like
I
the
don't-
newer versions of them?
Like look,
Did you
I
watch
think
Clerks 3 or no?
he's done. I think he's
I
done.
I enjoyed
He's
Clerks
done,
3.
man.
I
That
did.
shit was sad,
I
though. That was a sad
It
ass
did.
movie.
Oh
It
my
really
God, it got me right in the feels. Seriously,
Same.
but I
didn't
loved
watch
it.
I didn't watch it.
Same.
Oh.
Okay, next movie night. That's what we'll watch.
Okay.
He's working on Dogma 2 right now, which is going to be interesting since he's no longer Christian. And
He
He no
Dogma he
longer
made when he
smokes
was still
weed, and
he
he no
was
longer
still
eats
very Catholic when he wrote
cheeseburgers.
Dogma originally, and now he's not. So that's
Hmm.
going to be a little interesting to
He's
see how it
meditating,
comes
eating
out.
carrot sticks, and writing the next script.
Donald, is this true what Sal's saying? He said you used to be a stunt double for Jeremy Irons in Happy Men movies.
In what? Happy Men movies?
Oh, gay movies.
Oh, gay movies.
Oh,
Yeah, I call
Well-
him a dumbass because Jeremy Irons. I think he's thinking Ron Jeremy, and he
Oh.
just put Jeremy Irons instead.
well
So
then.
we've got this very
That's
talented
the hell of a
British
combination.
actor,
That is
and now
oh my
I
God.
bring out my cock.
Can you? I mean,
That's a whole new Ron Jeremy Irons.
that's
Okay.
a whole new genre. Oh
Damn.
Lord.
Man,
I don't think I want to see that movie. I'm good. I'm good on that. No, sir. I'm good.
Some Shakespearean.
Coming soon to a theater near Jeremy Irons is Ron Jeremy.
Oh man.
Hey, you never know. This could go meta, man.
You never know. You never know. He might actually do a biopic. They do a Ron Jeremy biopic. You never know.
You know what just happened here, right? You know how you search something on the internet and all of a sudden you get all these ads that pop up for that thing?
Yeah.
We just put this into existence and here it comes now. You wait, here it comes.
With it. Yeah.
What?
It's gonna be
It's gonna get
all
it
over
now.
our algorithms now.
Yes. TMZ is about to
Yeah.
drop the news. Here it comes.
2027. It'll be released in 2027 or something like
Yep.
that. Well, enough of that. I think it's time, brothers and sisters, that we get down to our list of scary movies. I think to be appropriate, we should start with the bouncer himself.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So when
Take it
Donald
away.
reached out to me, I told him I don't per se have I mean I do have movies themselves, but it's more like scenes.
Hmm.
So I think for me, like when I was young, the first movie I remember watching, well, there's two, but I'll start with the first one, obviously, was Friday the 13th Part 2.
Mm.
And I mean, I was young. So here I am laying on the couch watching this movie. And do you guys remember the end scene?
Oh, yes.
When
It's great.
it's all cute and the music's all nice and they're
And
scared
Fluffy.
at first
And
because
Muffy the dog.
yes. So like, okay, they just killed Jason to kind of put everything in perspective. They just kill Jason. You see the quotations because he's never dead. You know, there's 97 movies, so he's exactly there. It is, and so they kill Jason, and they're in this cabin, and they hear a scratch at the door, and of course the music gets all eerie and stuff, and they open the door real slow, and it's this little dog Muffin that's been missing the entire movie, and then the music changes, and it's all cute, and she stands up and she calls for the dog, and all of a sudden the picture you see right there happens, and it's in slow motion, and the music is scary as shit. And as a young kid, I'm laying on the couch, and above me is a window.
Oh.
And I'm telling you,
Oh no.
Oh, no.
that was stuck in my head. Like when I tell you that this followed me into like shit, 17,
Was
18,
it at
19
night with
years
the
old.
lights turned off?
Yes. So like my friend Jesse made fun of me the one night because we were watching it and I was sitting by a window. And when I knew that scene was coming, I got up and walked away because I always felt like Jason was going to jump through the window and get me. And that followed me for the longest time, man. Like that scene of all the movies, that one freaked me out the most. Like, I don't know if it's just because it was the first thing I remember watching or, I mean, it's creepy as shit. And if you look at it, that's kind of scary. And he looked like that too. Yeah. I don't want that jumping at me through the window. So I'm not going to lie, that scared the shit out of me. Legit. That was the one that I think really kind of set the tone for me as far as
which Friday the 13th?
Part 2.
That's Part 2.
It's Part 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
This is before
That was
the
the,
hockey mask ever came into
Yes.
play.
Yes. That was Sackhead Jason. Yes.
You
Which
know
I'm
what's
not going to
funny?
lie.
That's the better one. If you think about it.
Honestly, yeah. No, that was creepy as shit, man. The sack with the one eye hole. Yeah, that was creepy as hell, man.
If you see some dude walking around
Gone.
like that, you'd be
Gone. I'm out.
Okay.
I see him walking towards me. I'm going the other way. Like, I'll see you later, dude. I'm out.
Exactly.
I'm
The
out.
hockey mask, I probably laugh like, hey, what's up, man? What's with the hockey mask?
I don't know, man. If it's Kane Hodder, no, because he was just like one of them big, like no. If it was maybe like Richard Brooker from Part 3, maybe a little bit until he lifted up the mask at the end when he was looking out the window. Then I'm going the other way too. But like that kind of shit, man. For some reason, that scene just like really, really messed with me for the longest time.
What if it was Richard Simmons and he just busted through the window?
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine Richard Simmons jumping through the window? Come on, that would talk about. Yeah, I feel like an athlete would be scared of that, right?
Oh man, you'd be sweating into the
to the oldies, right to the oldies, sweating away.
Yes, you would be.
So what would Richard Simmons say if he busted the window like that? What would he say once he busted?
All right, well, man, I don't know. Would he say anything because like Jason didn't talk? So would he just kind of jump through with his little afro and just be smiling and shit, or what? Like with his short shorts and an afro, that's scary enough. Like a ball might fall out. You never know. Like that's scary enough for me. I don't know if I want that. Now I'm kind of picturing Richard Simmons jump to the window, and it might be scarier than Jason. Never mind. I feel stupid for being afraid of this now. Like
Yeah. Well, Jesse, I'm already scared enough. You don't have to add Jeremy Irons jumping through the window.
Yeah. Well, now we're gonna get a Richard Simmons movie now about him doing this, and there it is. There's a whole new movie we're talking a lot into existence tonight.
Pauly Shore. Yeah.
Oh, he would be bad too. Yeah.
Perfect. He'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Pauly Shore needs to do a horror film. I think he'd be really good at it.
He would be. He would be.
That would be something to see.
He's
definitely be something to see.
That mentality.
Speaking of that, is he one of the few people that hasn't done a horror movie yet? Because I feel like everybody started out in horror. Like, I think it was 3 years ago, maybe. What's her name? Peggy Bundy. She just did her first horror movie at like 60-some years old, and it was like a country horror movie. It was different. It was actually pretty cool. But I feel like everybody has done horror. Like, obviously, everybody started out that way. But it's weird to see people that haven't done a horror movie. Honestly.
Yeah, it's the easiest ones to make as far as cost, and usually more profitable, which is why independent companies usually start out with horror.
New Line Cinema,
for example.
New Line Cinema,
acquired by Warner Brothers, but New Line Cinema was, a company that's how they got their start.
Yep.
For me, it was the end of Friday the 13th, Part 3. At the end, when you thought it was over, then they show a young Jason leaping from the water, taking her down.
Actually, that's Part 1, not Part 3.
Yeah. That was freaky too, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, man, because you didn't expect it. You watch that whole movie, and you're seeing, you find out that it's Mother Voorhees, and all of a sudden, here she is in the water, and then here he comes. Like, wasn't expecting that. Not at all.
When you think about Part 1, I think it's pretty sad. You let this old lady kill you. That's just crazy to me.
The funniest thing about that was when she obviously got casted for that. She only did it, I remember hearing like she needed a new car, and she wasn't real big on it. I think they only had her in for a couple of days. She went in, and so like during the movie when the killer is killing people, you can see it's a guy. Like you can see the shoulders, you can see the hands, like when they go across the neck and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember her talking about in an interview the one time she had said the scene where she gets her head cut off, right?
Yeah,
they show the hands come up and they're going like this, and she's like, "That wasn't me." She's like, "I don't have hairy knuckles," and like it was just funny as hell, because like you see this like cute little old lady, and it's like, man, she was the one killing everybody. Like, it was that kind of threw you for a loop,
Yeah, Betsy Palmer, the actress.
Yeah.
Well, they went that way with what Scream 2, right?
Yeah,
with Laurie Metcalf. Yeah, Jackie from Roseanne. That ruined Roseanne for me, right? Like you see Jackie from Roseanne, it's like, what the fuck is this? But at the same time, it was great,
And now she's in that Ed Gein.
I saw her for the first couple minutes that I had watched. Yeah.
Mr. Knucking Futz. It is Part 1. Part 3. What happened there is she's in like a boat, but what she has an illusion of is Jason with the mask off, and you see his.
It was Jason's mom. That was the in Part 3. She's in the boat. He looks through the window and he has the mask off, and he's trying to get out of the window. And then it does the scene where the mom comes out of the lake, and she's all maggots and all that stuff and everything else. Yeah, they tried to
Ew.
recreate the first one. It didn't work as well. But
Mm-hmm.
that first one, man, again, it's the music. Everything's so nice and calm. And she's alive and she's touching the water. And all of a sudden, here comes Jason. It's like, what the fuck? You
Well,
know, they
actually,
try to get you there.
you know, it's funny. They copied a movie from years previous. That would be Carrie. Carrie had a similar ending.
Yeah. Yeah. With the hand
Oh
coming up out of
God,
the,
the
yeah.
ending of Carrie gets me every
Mhm.
fucking time.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. That's
And my
another
best friend always, yeah, she's the one that forced me to watch it, and she laughs at me every time.
Mm.
Every time.
Sean, Mr. Sean, it's fine. You know, he says not a horror movie, but I almost always jump during the last 15 minutes of Wait Until Dark. I totally get it. Like, there's going to be some stuff that I'm going to mention here that's not technically horror, but it just
One specifically.
almost made me shit myself. You know, it's like
Well, it made you
scary.
shit someone else's pants.
Yeah,
That's how, yeah.
well, yeah. If we're getting down to brass tacks here, I'll shit in somebody else's pants before I'll shit in my own. Hopefully.
Absolutely. It's the way to go.
Yeah. So moving on from that, let's go to our next one here.
Bonnie, what you got?
Oh, I'm gonna go with the movie that made me just hate horror movies in general, which is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, Bonnie.
Good choice.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
That is in my top, actually top
I have not,
favorite horror
okay, so I
movies.
have not seen Nightmare since I was about 6 years old. That was the first and
What?
last time. Oh, dear God. There are certain scenes that still stick out in my mind because, I was watching it with my brother, and then, of course, it's an older brother, so he's going to torture the shit out of you. And,
Right.
he was a young boy of the 80s, and so this was his jam. And what did he get for, Halloween or birthday, whatever it was? He got himself a mask. He had the Freddy mask. He had two different sets of Freddy gloves.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
And he loved nothing more than to torture the shit out of me by
Speaking of,
putting
I'll
it
be
all
right back.
on, sneaking up on me, and like, ugh. Yeah, no, scared the crap out of me. And John, if you're doing what I think you're doing right now, fuck you, man. Ugh.
Ouch. Ouch.
But no, like that movie seriously scarred me for life, and I had like this really vivid Freddy dream. Ugh.
I was just, this is the original one from the 80s, too. I'm just saying, this is the old school one. I still have it.
Yeah,
Nice,
that
nice,
is the one that I
nice.
remember. Yeah,
Yep.
he
Yep.
had that exact one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had a really vivid nightmare one night where Freddy came after me in my dreams. And here's the thing, when you're 6 years old, you have a hard time distinguishing fantasy from reality sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where the
Absolutely.
fuck does Freddy Krueger live? He comes to you in your fucking dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So when you have a nightmare about Freddy, how are you supposed to realize that it's not real?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that's where he's supposed, that's where he comes after you. So I remember just, yeah, waking up screaming bloody murder, and it scarred me for life. I was terrified of the bathtub for the longest time
Yeah, because
because of
that
that
scene.
beginning scene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever dropped something, the shampoo bottle or whatever, oh my God, I had to shower with the curtains open too, with the shower curtain open. Water would get everywhere because I had to be able to see the entire bathroom. If anything dropped, I would leap
Oh,
out.
yeah.
It was like
that's
a
prison
cartoon. I
rules,
was,
Bonnie. If
yeah,
anything drops in the shower, you leap.
no, I would jump so damn high out of the tub and just stare at the tub for like a good solid 5 minutes before I could get back into it because I was so terrified that something was gonna come out of it. And
If I,
then, yeah,
If I
if I,
recall, it's Kevin and John, you guys can correct me on this. It's one or the other. It's um, I think it's Nightmare on Elm Street relied heavily on Friday the 13th. Like, wasn't it uh Jesus. Wes Craven, didn't Wes Craven seek assistance from John Carpenter, or was it the other way around?
no, John Carpenter's Halloween.
Or
Yeah.
not Halloween. Or maybe I am thinking Halloween then.
Now, it's interesting you
No.
mentioned that. Him and the creator of Friday the 13th did work together back in the early 70s on a movie called The Last House on the Left.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because I was I can't remember, it was like a horror movie, you know, the movies that made us or films that made us or something like that
Oh yeah. That
on
was a good
Netflix.
show.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
great. And they
I
did
did
one
not watch that version of the series.
and they did one on a horror, and I can't remember which one it was. I think it was a Nightmare on Elm Street they were talking about. And I think it was that Wes Craven got
And
some help
from, from Sean Cunningham.
from somebody, or
Yes,
Sean
I feel like
Cunningham
they were. I feel like
got it.
everybody was in like competition back then too, because like they said, John Carpenter took a lot of like elements of Black Christmas from '74 with Halloween in
right,
'78. And then of
right,
course, like you got Friday the 13th that came out in the '80s, so they took elements of Halloween.
right.
Same
Yeah.
thing with Nightmare on Elm Street, taking elements from all that. And I
Yep.
feel like even stuff with Sam Raimi and stuff, he would mess around and put Wes Craven posters in his movies and stuff. So Wes Craven would turn around and do the same to him. Like everybody was in like that friendly competition, you know, like we
Mhm.
can outdo each other type of thing, you know. But
Yeah.
I mean, everybody had their own taste. Like I think Wes Craven, obviously, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, stuff like that. John Carpenter, more Halloween. Everybody had their own specific movies that kind of stood out as far as them as directors, in my opinion. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. David says that
Before
movie
we cut,
scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. David, what element, what part of this film just I'm kind
The
of curious.
the mirror
uh,
scene's messed up. That mirror scene where it's just a dream, he just pops out the mirror.
Hmm.
I don't remember that.
Or
But
or
going
Johnny.
back to the tub scene
Yeah.
though, so a couple of years ago, I shit you not, this happened. I still don't know what the fuck it was, but scared the shit out of me. But a couple of years ago, I woke up in the middle of the night because I heard scratching in my apartment. And
Oh.
it was coming from my bathroom. I swear to God. It was really, really
Ooh.
loud.
Oh boy.
And it was actually coming from underneath my tub. There was a very clear, like something was clawing
nope,
the underside of my bathroom.
Nope.
Yeah. I
nope,
did not sleep for the rest of the night.
nope.
First, I
And
pinched
that's
myself to make
when,
sure I was actually awake. I was actually awake. It freaking
Wow.
happened. I don't know what it was to this day
nope,
still. Had to have been an animal of some sort, right? Maybe a possum. I don't know, but something
maybe
was underneath my house, clawing at the underside of my tub, and
Or it
immediately
could
I
have
was
been an
6 years old
escaped
again.
convict from a psych ward or some shit that
oh,
crawled into your crawl space and was trying to dig his way out and found this little air pocket like
You
between the
do
top and the
realize,
floorboards, and he's been there and he probably died there, and you're probably smelling his decayed corpse, and now he haunts your place at night.
you
shit.
do
Just saying.
realize that I live like what 20, 30 minutes away from the penitentiary.
There it is. There it
There we
is.
go.
Don't put ideas in my head.
There we go. Bonnie's not sleeping tonight, everybody.
Listen, if some shit like that happened to me, I'm not getting
I
back in the
hate
bathtub
you.
or the shower. Like I'll walk around like Pigpen with dust and shit flying. Like I'm good.
let
I'm
me
good.
let me
Yeah,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you
yeah.
something.
It was my worst nightmare come true.
All
Mm.
right. This gets a little
Yeah.
spooky, but
Uh-oh.
okay. I during the pandemic I moved in kind of sort of with this girl, and we were staying together in North Hollywood, and her unit was on the bottom floor. It was 2 floors, and the top floor were people from hell. That's usually the case. They're just unaware of how loud they are in their day-to-day lives, and so we started to notice a few things like in the apartment, stuff would get moved around, and I didn't do it, and she didn't do it. Like I didn't move that, you didn't move that, and so at one point, then she woke me up in the middle of the night and scared the shit out of me. And she's like, "Did you just grab my leg?" And I was like, "No. What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Something grabbed my leg. I swear to God." And I was like, "You're just having a dream. It's fine." A couple nights would pass, a week or so. And then she'd woke me up once and she's like, "Oh my God." She's like, "I had the worst dream." And I said, "What?" And she said, "Somebody was holding me down."
Mm.
And I said, "What?" And so then I started to think she had, sleep paralysis or some
Night
type,
terrors, like night
night
Hmm.
terrors.
terror,
Yeah.
things like that.
I've
And
had
so
that.
I experienced it. And let
Oh,
me tell you, you do not understand how creepy something can be until you're woken up in the middle of the night when something is pulling you off the bed.
Mm.
Why you wake, you're wide awake and you can feel it pulling you. Or a couple weeks later, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you go to get up, you just wake up for no reason and you go to get up and you can't wake up. Like you're awake, but you can't move. You can't get up.
Nope.
It's never happened to me again, by the way, outside of that place, and had never happened to me prior. Come to find out that they did not disclose when we rented the place that the man in the unit before us had passed away.
Mm.
He died by suicide.
Oh Lord.
Oh
And
shit.
apparently it was very tragic. It was so it was not a pleasant experience for anybody to witness when they went in to remove the body.
Mm.
But they did not tell, and I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You know, so there was a discussion on that, but yeah, that was crazy. Like, so
It's like
Bonnie, you're fine. Don't worry. Like, you're not having that, you know. So
Yeah, no, I have woken up screaming or trying to scream and not been able to for some reason. I have felt, yeah, I have
part of
felt
sleep
things
paralysis.
holding me down before.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I've experienced that in this house before.
Now, Bonnie, the worst thing that could happen to you, as long as you experience the Johnny Depp or Glenn experience for Nightmare on Elm Street, you get sucked into the bed. As long as you,
I remember that happening. Yeah.
as long as you experience that, you're all good. You're all good. As long as that doesn't happen to you, it's all good.
Yes. Very true.
Why is it so bright? Why are you so bright up there?
Ooh.
There we go. I kind of like the lights off on this. I think I'm going to go the rest of the
It's
show
good.
like this.
Yeah,
good.
do that.
It's a little spooky. Ooh, ha, ha. Get my brows going here. There we go. Yeah. We got some comments. Bonnie only watched Friday the 13th because of Johnny Depp was in it.
I've never seen Friday the 13th.
Frank said hello. Or I mean, I'm sorry, Nightmare on Elm Street. My apologies. Night of the
I
Hunter.
didn't know who Johnny Depp was.
Classic Robert Mitchum performance, Night of the Hunter. Robert Mitchum was also in
Cape Fear, the original.
Cape Fear. Thank you, Kevin. Boy, was he fantastic in that. Just fantastic. Mr. Sean says, I may have mentioned this before. My sister went to high school and was in drama class and plays with Robert Englund.
That's right.
They were also at the Pasadena Playhouse at the same time and stay in touch. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And then Knocking Futz says, my mom told me when she was a teenage Exorcist was when she was a teenager, Exorcist was a movie. When it came out, it was so terrifying for people where people walked out of the theater.
Yeah,
it's on my list.
I've
David
seen
Fox says
footage.
Going to Sleep and the bed scene for him
Yep.
in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
I totally understand. Sean McGean says The Devils by Ken Russell is pretty horrifying. Frank says it's interesting that Freddy Krueger only pursued the children of the adults who killed him who lived on Elm Street. The parents who moved away from Elm Street were home free.
Yeah, good point.
That's a very good point. But maybe his reach wasn't as wide ranging. Which did they ever address that? Like, does his reach ever get like?
Man, I'm trying to think. I think for the most part, it did kind of do the. So when you went through the whole series, of course, the original stuff, and then you get to like Freddy versus Jason, you're kind of being told the whole story again because these kids don't know the story of Freddy. Like they try to like hide that and shit with medication and stuff. Yeah,
took
you can't have
took
dreams.
his power away. Took his power away.
Yeah, exactly. So like that was kind of like and I think that was the biggest thing. Like that's when Jason came into play. Well, here you'll kill for me, or you'll help me do this. Then I'll kill these kids and then I'll get my power back. And that's kind of how that worked. But I think it was pretty much the gist of, you're the last of the Elm Street kids. Everybody was the last of the Elm Street kids, apparently.
Well, up to a point, though. Up to a point. Now, part 3 took place in a mental hospital, so they're not on Elm Street per se, but they're the last.
Yeah, but they were still the kids that, remember in the group thing, she told him, Nancy said, you guys are the last of the
Elm Street kids. But part 4 is where they deviate because part 4, he kills off the rest of the Elm Street kids, and then they go with what's the redhead's name? Alice, because she's not Elm Street kid. She moved into town. All of a sudden, he goes down a different path.
First Avenue.
It's weird because you remember the throwaway line in part 4 is like, fresh meat. How sweet, fresh meat. So basically, okay, I killed the last person, so now I got more people, which just doesn't make sense logically. At this point, you complete your mission. You're done. You got.
I almost feel like See, I see where you're going with that, but I almost feel like it was one of those things where it's exactly what it was. He completed what he wanted to do, but at that point, he was so far gone. He was like, "Fuck it, I'm just going to keep killing." Like that was Freddy. Now he kind
Yeah,
of was just this whole new entity, right?
I don't know who I am
Bloodthirsty.
without murder. Yeah.
I
Exactly.
guess
There you
so.
go. What if he just gave up? What if he was like, "All right, cool, I'm done. See you later." Like he's just done.
David Cox says, I've experienced it. Sleep paralysis, I think he's talking. My cousins lived in a
Me
house
too.
where pictures stood up from the wall. You could hear stuff fly around the kitchen.
Nope.
Spent the night, could hear footsteps in the attic.
Yep.
The house. I guess it just ends there. Caught fire in the middle of the night. Everyone got out. Found out the house used to be an old folks' home.
Mm.
Interesting.
Hell
Sean
no.
McGinn says also Ken Russell, Tommy, the Who's movie with Tina Turner as the Acid Queen and all the other warped characters. Mr. Sean says, was there ever a Ken Russell film that didn't have warped characters? Yeah, that I don't know, but maybe not. Maybe not. And Sean McGinn confirms that. Okay. All right. So there's that. What else do we have?
You want me to go next, or you want to go next?
Yeah, you can, Kevin. That's fine.
All right, I'll do this real quick. When I think back when I was younger and I saw a great classic sci-fi horror film, Alien, the scene photo I gave you is the one where the main captain of the ship, he's by himself, he's trying to see what's going on, and then he flashed the light, and all of a sudden this happens.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa! It just caught me off guard when this happened, when this popped up. The alien just comes out, the xenomorph comes out, and we're like, gotcha. And that's it. You never hear from him again. It's like, Captain, what happened? That's
that classic jump scare.
Yeah. The cool thing is, you never saw him kill him, but it didn't end well for him. So that was the best part. You don't know exactly how he died, but he died.
Sometimes that's scary though.
Yep.
True. Sometimes that can be more scary.
Mm-hmm.
What's interesting to me was when I was younger, like I watched Aliens, and I had no idea for probably like 10 years that there was one before it. I was never around enough people that would be like, well, like I just went about my day just assuming everything was like Army of Darkness was the first ever. That's it. There was none before it. It took a year, and then I was like, no shit.
Damn.
Really? So yeah. So Aliens to me was always the first film of the franchise because it was the first one I ever saw. It introduced me to it, and coincidentally, it's basically the best of the franchise.
And David makes a good point about the cat. Yeah, the cat observing things like, well, I'm glad I'm not human. Seeing someone getting butchered. The cat was smart. The cat knew what was up. The cat was smart.
Man, cats in horror movies, they know what's up. They know.
They know the deal.
Yes, they do.
Sometimes they will crawl into your mouth and take over your body too.
Very true.
Man.
Very true.
Especially the black ones, Bonnie.
Nothing freaks me out more than when this guy decides to sit right in front of my closet and just meow at it for no reason.
Yeah, that does make you wonder. That does make you wonder.
Yep.
Well, see, that's where the guy. Oh my God! Oh, that reminds me of remember the story that I told you that of one of our friends where like a guy was on the run and the police came to the door of their apartment. There was 3 girls that were living there, and the police came to the door and they were like, "Hey, we're just wondering if if your smoke detectors are in operation." And they're like going like. And then they're like this. And so then the girls one by one have to come out, and they get all the girls out of the apartment, and they go in, and inside of one of the rooms, they find the guy hiding in the back of the fucking closet.
Hell no.
He crawled in through a window and was hiding. And he's a murderer.
Hell no.
It literally happened.
See, that makes me think of, you guys ever hear the movie Campfire Tales? There's 2 of them, but kind of a horror anthology. They're a group of kids are kind of sitting around the campfire and they start telling stories to kind of buy the time because their car, they wrecked the car or some shit. And there's one story in there where this little girl gets left at home by her parents, and she's chatting with her friend on the internet, back and forth, telling her, "Oh yeah, I'm home alone," blah blah blah. And you realize it's like this creepy dude, right? And as the story progresses, he shows up at her house. She's creeping around, and she's got this dog, and the dog lays under her bed, and he licks her hand before she goes to bed.
Oh
So,
no.
yeah, yeah. So she finally, at the very end of this one, she goes to bed and she puts her hand down, like, for the dog to lick it, and it's the dude licking her fucking hand. Yeah. And on the mirror, it says people can lick too. And I'll tell you what, that was a night where I was just literally, I fell asleep early. I woke up and I ended up putting this on, and that was the part of the movie that I got into. And I'm like, man, it's like 3 a.m. I'm like, I'm never going back to sleep, and I'm not going into bed because if I put my hand down, I'm beating the shit out of something that, like, whatever grabs me, dude. Like, that freaked me out, man. That was creepy.
Yeah.
And that's some shit that could happen. Like, that's real life shit right there. That's the scary stuff, Like, that's creepy, man.
Yeah, that's
I'm not sleeping tonight.
Fuel, dude.
Right?
I am not sleeping tonight.
Wow.
Oh god.
That would.
You guys are aware that Tesla cameras will pick up the images of cars and pedestrians. Well, supposedly some of them say when they drive by cemeteries at night, their cameras show people walking with no one's actually there.
You don't say. You don't say.
Go ahead. That doesn't surprise me.
Wow.
That does not surprise me at all.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the kind of stuff I think freaks me out the most. Ghosts and shit like that. Like, I don't want to mess with that stuff, man.
Thing to a reality that we have.
Absolutely. Yes.
That unexplained phenomenon. Like people can talk away, Bigfoot and talk away the Mothman and Loch Ness monsters and things like that. But it's hard to explain every ghostial spectral phenomenon that occurs.
Because you're probably talking about dimensional beings, parallel, like a dimensional beings that can sometimes cross over.
Yeah, it could very well be, all right, in a parallel world, knocking shit over, trying to get our attention.
Right? That's it. Me and my friend Jesse used to have a fight over that. His favorite movie is The Exorcist, mine, of course, Halloween. And I don't know, we had a fight one night over, he believed that someone can be possessed, snap of a finger. And I said, dude, to me, it's more realistic for a person to just go put on a mask and start killing people. I can go and do it right now.
Yeah,
before you would end up possessed, right?
That's true.
We had this, like, it wasn't like a fight, but we're just bickering back and forth, man. He's like, no, I believe in that more. I said, I don't know, dude. I can literally go upstairs right now, put a mask on, and come downstairs and kill you. And
that's true.
I'm pretty sure you're not going to spit green shit at me at the same time. So,
actually, he can, but that's after you gun him.
Exactly. But that was like our big thing, man. But at the same time, when we get around to me again, I'll have to tell you a story about the Exorcist myself. But I get it.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Donald.
Oh,
what you got?
Okay. Well, let me take this down, and let me pull up one here for you. Okay, so this one, you guys are going to be so pissed at me because it's not really a horror film, but it is one that's stuck in my head, and it's not the one that
the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, let's just get it out of the way. I got a couple like this, and you guys are going to think
it's all right.
1982 horror film.
Okay.
Not a horror.
E.T.
Oh man, E.T. scares you for real?
E.T. scares the shit out of me. Still,
he won't watch it past the point where they find E.T. in the creek.
Oh, wow.
If you're a toddler, if you're 3-4 years old, I can kind of see it. Possibly,
I can see it. Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely elements of fear that they try to, put in you, especially like the fear of the government,
Right.
But the part where you quit watching is where you need to keep on going because it gets better after that point. Like, I get why that one scene is scary to you because that's where I stopped watching it when I was young, up until I was 17 years old. And then I forced myself to get through the rest of it. And now it's one of my favorite movies.
Nezzy just said, my cousin sent us a video of people's spirits showing up on his Tesla when he went to a cemetery. It was insane. Kept appearing and disappearing.
Nope. Wow.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. No. Man, nope.
Respect the spirits, man. Respect the spirits.
All right, so I have to ask you, though, if E.T. freaks you out, does Mac and Me kind of scare you too a little bit? Or is that more,
No, I think Mac and Me, I didn't care for it particularly, but I think it's just because it was so poorly done.
True.
You know,
Very true.
it just
Very true.
didn't register as a real thing to me. But E.T., I mean, I was 3,
I get it.
so E.T.
Makes sense.
registered as a real thing for me. And my parents, again, I'll tell this story a million times. My parents had me out on a playground alone in the mist at night at the drive-in theater while they sat in the car behind me watching me. I couldn't see them, but they were watching me. And then I look up on the big screen. It's misty, foggy, and there's this goddamn alien thing running around. Well, I hauled ass the hell off the playground and ran into the back of the car and got in the car and then hid my head back there and then would peek out every so often. Every time he'd come up on screen, I would duck back down underneath. He just scared me so bad. And then when he turned white, holy shit, he turned white like a dried up turd. I mean, come on. That's
Yeah, no, he did.
shit.
Yeah,
He was sick and drowning.
very true.
Scary
Very
shit.
true.
Not
Hey,
a fan. Not a fan of this movie.
Enrique makes a good point. He says, I get it. E.T. was a scout. They didn't show the invasion of Earth after he got home.
Yeah, there we go. See, yeah, true. Knocking Fudd says 8-year-old me watching Han Solo freeze into carbonite freaked him out. There, see? The government guy pursuing ET that you only saw his keys on his belt made for some solid paranoid tension. Great touch by Spielberg. First Indiana Jones, first drive-in I went to was Knocking. Oh, that's cool. And Nezzy says, okay, after setting the scene, makes sense why you were traumatized. Poor little Donald. Yes, traumatized as fuck, man. This movie, fuck this movie. Like, this movie's some
No.
scary shit.
I get it because this movie scared the shit out of me too for
How
a
many-
very long time. But then once I got older, I was like, you know what? This is supposed to be a kid's movie. I'm gonna give it another shot because there's got to be something wholesome in there that I'm just not remembering past a certain point. And then I forced myself to get past that certain point, and yeah, it is. It's a little traumatic, but it is at the end of the day very wholesome and sweet
Doesn't the
and
Iron
uplifting
Giant
and
just tell
hopeful.
it better? Like, doesn't it just, it's the same thing, it's just better?
I mean,
Oh, you've got
E.T.
to
and Dread was pretty
there are
funny. You know,
definitely some parallels there between the Iron Giant and E.T. for sure. And the Iron Giant still makes me cry every single time. Yeah, the end scene, even in tiniest little clips, you witness that at Puddle's Pity Party.
It touches you.
Yeah.
You play that little clip. One clip, you didn't even hear the damn audio, but I was shedding tears.
Chud freaked me out. What is that? Now, a lot of people say it's cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers, but that's not really the case. It's
I mean, that's
actually,
what there's more to it.
It's something else. It's the company or something. The abbreviation doesn't stand for that. It stands for
that's
something else, and I can't remember
And
what
then
that
you
is.
watch the sequel, and it's completely different from the original movie. Completely different.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. The original. It's fun.
Me too.
Fun
Yeah,
on
me
a
too.
fun. Daniel Stern. Is that
Yes.
his first acting role or one of his very first? I can't remember. Either very early or
I
first.
know it was an early one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's great in it. Like, he's one of those guys, just like Mandy Patinkin. When Mandy Patinkin first appeared in Night of the Juggler, which was, I think that was his very first feature-length film. Seeing him on the screen and seeing Daniel Stern and the energy that they had brought to the character that you see that they have in that character. And then you're like, man, that guy's going to go places. Like, he's going to have a name. And sure enough, it happens every time.
For sure.
Oh, David, me too, man. Me too. The Michael Jackson's Thriller video. Yeah, that scared me as a kid as well.
They brought it back out in front of the house with a clock in the wall or something like that. Jack Black was in it. It came out like 5 years ago, maybe 7, 8 years. I don't know. It's been a bit, but they redid. They what do they call that? They refurbished.
Remastered?
Thank you. Yeah, they remastered Thriller and brought it back out on the screen in 3D.
Nice.
So before the 3D film, The House with the Clock in the Wall, which I think is the title, you could watch the Thriller, the full-length Thriller in 3D, which is the only reason why we technically really went, because we
That would have been cool.
care about the Jack Black movie. And I think that was very smart on their part, because if the film's a little weak, throwing something like that in there, to grab people's attention, for nostalgic reasons, I think it's kind of cool.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Let's move on to another one. Let's do another round, and then I guess we'll just call it out.
Bouncer.
Oh man, see that's tough. If we're doing, all right, I'll combine a few because since we're going around one more time. So it's funny now because now at an older age and for years I've been a huge fan of Michael Myers, but when I was a kid, it scared the shit out of me. Absolutely, like the music, the mask, what have you, whatever. Man, for some reason, if I was laying in bed and that music came on the radio because they would do like the Halloween commercials for the haunted houses and stuff, freaked me the hell out. I love it now, but was scared of it when I was a kid. And we were talking about The Exorcist. So when we get into like the ghost and that kind of stuff, possession and shit, it wasn't so much the movie itself that creeped me out. Do you guys remember the spider walk scene in the other version they brought out? The version that you haven't seen before, that one. So here's my thing. This is what I told my friend Jesse. I said, if that were me, listen, I love my daughter, but if she came down the steps backwards and spit out blood, I am going to leave the house. I will call a priest for you. But I'm not setting foot back into that fucking house until you are unpossessed. Like, I'm not going to watch that shit. Exactly. I'm not going to stand there and watch that. This is real life. Like, if that happened to me in real life, I'm leaving the house. Love my kid, but I'm out. And I'll see you when you're good. Like, that's all there is to it, man. But I think for me, like, to kind of sum it up a little bit, but like, it's the real life stuff. Like, stuff like The Strangers. That's a real life scenario that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody could literally knock on my door right now, and if I'm dumb enough to go answer it, normally I wouldn't because I don't give a shit if you're coming this late. I don't even know you. It's all about why'd you do this? Because you were home. Fuck you, man. Like, what if I wasn't home? Like that's more your realistic shit. That I think they're smart to make those types of movies because that's what scares people the most because it's real. Again, as opposed to
they did the sequel just came out, right?
So those are reboots.
They're reboots
in a sense. Yeah.
I'm so confused by where we're at.
So
with this story.
All right, there's the original Strangers that came out with was it Liv Tyler within that, and then the sequel came out called Pray at Night, which wasn't really picking up. It was okay. It didn't pick up much off the original.
Was it in the past?
What's that?
Was it the one that was in the past?
No, I don't think so. I think it was
in the past.
I don't think so.
So I only watched that new one once, and it wasn't very good. I guess they said the sequel is garbage too, and there's a third one. So like they're making it's a whole trilogy that's supposed to come out, but I wasn't. I mean, as far as like the fact that 3 people just show up at your house and they're messing with you like that, peeking in the house, coming to the door, like that's creepy to me. Like that, like I said, that more realistic shit. The movies themselves not so good, like. Have you guys ever seen Vacancy?
Vacancy.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, with what's his name?
Yes, the other brother that's not Owen Wilson, the other one,
Luke.
Yes. So they go and they stay in this hotel, and then they find out that like they pop these tapes in, and they realize this is the room that they're staying in, and people are getting killed in these rooms. And you find out that this dude is basically like running this thing where. They kill the people that stay in the hotels and they sell the tapes. So like as they realize this, they're like coming up like through the floors and shit and through the walls and stuff. Now that's another thing that could literally happen. Like you never know. When we stayed out in California a couple years back, we were in just a random hotel, and we get a knock on the door at like 2 a.m. I'm like, well, now I don't know anybody here. Like what's this, right? So I opened the door. I was mad as hell. I was like, what? And then there's a random dude. And he was like, oh. You're not so-and-so. I was like, nope. And I shut the door in his face. And I'm like, I'm not getting jacked out here, bro. That shit ain't happening tonight. Like, I don't know you. But yeah, man,
I'm surprised you even opened the door.
You know what? Because they just kept knocking. And I was like, either they're going to try to get in this son of a bitch or I'm just going to open it. And I was like, I opened it mean. I came with like resting bitch face. I was like, what? He was like, oh, you're not. And I was like, I'm not. And I shut the door in his face. And I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, nope. But yeah, I mean, like,
stayed up for a little bit though. After that, you're probably just like.
I mean, I was freaked out. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, all right, because you want to be cool and tough, but at the same time, like, Listen, man, they years ago, and we're talking 20 plus years ago. Uh, one night I went to bed, woke up the next morning, and realized like shit was missing in the house, and I'm like, that's odd, you know. And I called my dad, and I was like, you weren't here by chance, and hypothetically took so and so, and he was like, no. Then I realized when I walked past the one, the way it was set up, like there was a basement door that led into like part of the house. And I realized there was glass on the floor, and I'm like, well, what the fuck, right? So somebody had broke into the house. I was sleeping. I didn't even know, right?
Shit.
Oh,
And it freaked me out, man. Like they busted the one window and couldn't get it fixed for a couple of days. So like I sat up, me and my dad both, like we sat there, and like I was freaked out, man. But like, yeah, like you figure you slept through that, and that messed with me for a while. Like real hesitant to want to go to sleep, thinking that someone else might try to come in. Like it was scary, man. But we got an alarm system like not too far after that, and the one guy like he pissed me off. He came to the house, and I'll never forget this. He was talking to my mom, and he said this and that and that and this, and he was like, she was like, well, he was in the house when this happened, and it kind of freaked him out. And the guy was like, oh, you're a big dude, you'll be fine. I was like, so I can stop a fucking bullet then? Is that what you're trying to tell me? And he looked at me, and I was like, get the fuck out, dude. Like, I was like, you're out. Like, if that's the kind of shit you come with, that type of attitude, we don't want your stuff. Like, come on, man. Really? I can stop a knife or a fucking bullet because what am I? Like, because I'm a big dude.
When
Yeah.
you're asleep, like you can
Yeah,
stop
exactly.
from being slit.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm like, man, if that's the way you're going to come with attitude like that, no, we're good. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, the hell with that. No.
Right.
See, hosted movies fan of Svengoolie. Anybody?
Heard of
John,
him.
we had and correct me if I'm wrong, it probably is similar in your area too, but we had the Son of Ghoul.
He is I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's more,
we had more of a in this area we had Big Chuck and Little John. Do you ever hear of them?
Yeah.
We had them. We had oh man, the guy that dressed almost like Superman, but he had like he just passed away a couple years ago. He was an older fella, and I can't think of his name. He was close to this area, and Svengoolie is more PA, I think, around that area, like Philly, around that area, I think.
He recently, not long ago, had a comic book come out.
Oh, did he really?
And yeah, Svengoolie Tales or something, Spooky's Tale. Nice. Yeah, I was shocked. Yeah, and I do very much remember Big Chuck and Little John. They were late at night and Saturday afternoon, and they would show just the worst shit. Like,
yeah, oh yeah. I did a show one time. This was back in 98, 97, 98, and I was just starting out. And it was a local show in the Akron area, which was where they were close to. Mm-hmm. And the guy brought him to a show, and he's like, "We're going to have you do this thing with them." I was like, "Okay." So I get in the ring, and it's Little John interviewing me, and Big Chuck's outside the ring, and he's like talking shit because I'm the bad guy, and I'm messing with both of them.
Little John's a little guy.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And next thing I know, he punches me in the balls, and then he runs away, and I chased him around the thing, and so he ended up being he took a fan and he pulled him out of the chair and he sat and then he put the fan on top of him, so because I couldn't find him. It was funny as hell, man. But like, I'll never forget that. That was one of the funnest things ever. And I'm still like super green in the business, and I didn't value how cool it was back then. It's like I look at it now and it's like that was really cool. Like that was something cool to do.
Yeah. That kind of stuff always sticks with people too.
Yeah, absolutely.
The shticks, the
little, they eat that stuff up, man.
Yeah.
A lot of the times when we're doing shows out at the one place called do you remember years ago when you came to Beach City? Do you remember that? So that's Power Slam. They're still going. Now they're in New Philly. And that crowd, they're inside of Yes. Yeah. So they're in the mall, and you're getting like a smaller, intimate crowd, like the way it's set up and everything. And 99% of the time, while I'm wrestling, I'm out there like making them laugh and shit. And that's what keeps them indulged in the match. Like they're having fun with it. Where a lot of guys will be like, "Oh well, there's not a lot of people out there, so I'm going to go half-ass it." And I tell everybody all the time, man, if it's 40, you treat them like it's 400. You have to.
Yeah.
Because that's what keeps those people coming back, or they come with someone new and they say, "Hey man, you guys missed a fun show. You might want to come to the next one." And like, that's the kind of shit that was embedded into my head when I first started out. But let's be honest, a lot of the younger guys today, they don't give a shit. So it's like, they know everything. They don't care. They want to half-ass. They want to be lazy, and I'm out there giving 110 every time I'm in there, man. And I tell them you have to do the same thing because if
Yeah.
you don't care, the people see that and then they don't give a shit, and that's the
Oh
problem.
yeah, 100%.
You know?
Yep.
100%.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's true of any
That's right.
performer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What I
Absolutely.
always say is you can't fake a smile. You
No.
know, you
No.
really can't. You
I
can see
definitely
right through
cannot.
that shit.
I'm one of those people. If I don't like you, we were doing a we were filming the one day, and the one lady, her name's Heidi. She looked at me and she goes, "Your whole demeanor changed when that dude just walked in." I was like, "Yeah, because I fucking hate him. He's an asshole." And she's like, "You're just you can." She's like, "You can never hide." I was like, "I can't. If I don't like you, you'll see it.
Yeah.
I can't smile at you and be like, oh, what's up, dude?" I look at you like, "Yeah, fuck you. I don't like you. It's like instantly you just know."
You keep
Yeah.
it
I've
real.
never-
You keep it
Yeah.
real.
Dude, I've never been able to be fake like that. That's one thing all power to the people that can do that, but I've never been a fake person like that. If I don't like you, straight up, you just know.
Knocking says, don't know if you guys were old enough to remember when the Night Stalker was out. That was the first time I remember people having a real scare, closing their windows indoors, things like that. Now, funny
Which Night
story.
Stalker? Which Night Stalker?
I think he's probably talking about the
No,
Night
the LA.
Stalker. The
Oh,
LA
it
The
is?
Night Stalker. Yeah.
because
Now-
there's two. There's two.
Well, can you let me just continue
There's
on?
the second
For Christ's
one.
sakes, Kevin.
I only know of one.
So, the Night Stalker, we were going to have somebody on. This was going to be a special thing that Kevin and I were working towards. We were going to have somebody on that had helped produce that Netflix series.
Oh,
'Cause I
nice.
think it was like a series of like what 4 or 5
Yeah.
hour
yeah.
long episodes or something. And
They're
we were going to have her
miniseries.
on, but at that point she couldn't talk about it until the actual release, and then she could talk about it. And then she got hired for another gig, and we weren't able to get her. But that would have been a really cool thing to get her on and to talk
Oh,
about.
yeah.
It was like close.
Interestingly, I found out when the series was released that somebody that I used to work with is the son of the lead detective.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So once I was like, wait, what? Holy shit. And then watching the series, I'm like, yep, that's it. He's like a clone of his father. It's insane. But
Man.
yeah, that was a trip, and it kind of put the whole thing into a new perspective. So I'm like, oh shit, man, like how terrifying must that have been growing up with your dad as like
Right.
Ramirez's target, basically. Like, wow, that's insane.
Yeah, that is. Mr. Sean says, wasn't there a guy called something like Baron Blood in the Cleveland or Columbus area? There used to be an awesome website for horror movie hosts from all over the country. I don't know. Baron Blood is a comic book character, Marvel, if I recall, from the Invaders series. I think is where he made his first appearance. But I don't know of a TV show host named Baron Blood. Doesn't ring a bell for me. Let's see. David says, remember Elvira's show? She would show movies. Yes, Elvira would show like bad movies and stuff too. And she even had, you can find it on YouTube. She had a pilot for a television series, a comedy show.
Saw that. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I watched it very recently. And it's actually pretty
You
good.
remember USA Up All Night, Rhonda Shear? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
She's actually coming back and doing a show on, I think they said the 25th. It's on some type of website, but she's bringing in like special guests, like Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camps is supposed to be on it. I kind of want to see that because like I used to watch it all the time. That was like a religiously thing, man. They'd play like some of the best, worst movies ever, but that was such a fun show to watch, man.
Now, Kevin, getting back to it, you said that there was a second Night Stalker?
Well, Richard Ramirez is the second one. The original one was known as the Golden State Killer, or the original Night Stalker. Joseph D'Angelo, the one they caught 6 years ago.
Oh, and he was like 105 or some shit, that dude?
Yeah, he was in the 70s, but he was
Holy shit.
he was an unusual person because he went by 3 different names. First, he was the Visalia ransacker, so he started just robbing places and stealing stuff from people's houses. Then he transferred over to becoming the East Area rapist. So he would go and rape women. Sometimes if the guy's there, he'll tie him up, put like a dish
Stack plates on him.
Yeah, put plates on him. It's like if you move, I'll hear it and I'll kill her and I'll kill you. And then he moved to Southern California and then he just straight up started killing people because he almost got caught. He almost made a mistake and he figured, all right, that's it. I can't let anyone live anymore. And then he became a killer. And he was never caught like almost 30 something years until finally with basically reverse DNA. I'm not using the right terminology, but basically they can find out a relative of the person, and then they eventually trace it to the actual killer. That's how they caught him.
So you said he was like 70 some years old and he got busted finally?
He's like
Yeah.
75 years old, 76,
So
something like that.
Wow.
I don't remember one of his names being the Night Stalker, but yes,
Yeah,
you're
the
right
original,
about the
it's
Visalia
called,
Red Sucker and the East Area Rapist and then
the
the Golden
original,
State Killer.
the original Night
But
Stalker, he's sometimes called.
yeah, and the interesting thing about kind of how he ended up getting caught, it was in part because of Patton Oswalt's wife.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
There's
Yeah,
an
because
HBO's book.
yeah,
Gee.
so she was a true crime enthusiast, if you will, and she had been researching his case specifically for a very, very, very long time. And it kind of became her obsession, and she was writing a book about it and everything, and it ended up being released posthumously. But she knew that they were going to be able to find him eventually because of the genetic testing and DNA and all of that. And yeah, they ended up finding him exactly the way she knew they would, which was through familial DNA.
Wow.
And yeah, she's kind of the one who's like credited with
The
keeping the
case
case
alive.
alive.
Yeah, her name's Michelle McNamara.
McNamara.
The book's called "I'll Be Gone in the Dark,"
Huh.
and then HBO made like a 3 or 4 part documentary based on her book. And Pat
Hmm.
Oswalt, he's in it too. He discusses his wife,
Oh,
you know,
wow.
her obsession to get it done to make sure they caught
Hmm.
him.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's true, Nezzy. It is kind of sad she didn't live long enough to see it.
Yeah, that's very
Elvira
sad.
originally took over Friday Night from a guy named Seymour. It later became Elvira's movie Macabre when it went national. Seymour was on for years and turned it over to her when he got cancer. Oh, jeez. That's sad. That's sad. But, if you want something to really haunt your dreams, just really, John, I think you're going to think about this for years to come.
Oh.
I came home and my friend had decorated. I have this mannequin that I used to use for like photography to like set up shots and stuff.
Mhm.
Oh yes.
And Adam had decorated him.
Michelle.
Yes.
I used to have a mannequin too, and
Very pretty.
I taped like so like it was the torso and all that, and it had like the thing to stand it up and all that and everything too, like the metal piece and all that.
Mhm.
And so like I taped the head to the torso, like just try to keep it on there.
Yeah.
Laying on the couch one night, obviously it's dressed as Michael Myers, and the head just falls off. Scared the shit out of me, man. All you hear is thud. And I look over and it's got no head, and I'm like, all right, I'm taking this shit down.
Yeah.
Took him down the next day. I was like, I'm done with him. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm
Gotta
done.
let that go. Gotta let that go.
Yep. Time to go. Yes. Yes.
All right. Bonnie, what do you have? Do you have a couple more choices you want to throw out there?
Yeah, sure. So, I don't know, did you throw in Are You Afraid of the Dark? Did
It's
we
in
get
there.
pictures for that?
Oh
Yeah,
Okay,
man, yeah.
fantastic.
They're there.
We're gonna bring up Are You Afraid of the Dark? Because
Heck
this
yeah.
is about as much horror as I could take when I was a young preteen.
That was creepy shit back then though.
It was. And the thing is, like, I still love this show, I do, but there are certain episodes. There were some that were totally hokey. They're fine,
Right.
not scary at all. But then there are some that just really get under your skin and creep the hell out of you, man. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know what it is, but this one has always been like in the top 3 for me. And it's one of those where it's so like it should have just been a hokey episode. But for some reason, it scared the shit out of me so much, and it still does. And that is The Tale of the Phone Police. Do you remember that one?
I think I do. That
The
sounds
the
familiar.
one where the kids they're always doing prank phone calls, and the older brother or sister tells them like, oh, you better stop doing that because the phone police are going to come after you. And they're like, phone police? That sounds so stupid. What the heck are even the phone police? But then it happens. The phone police come after them and they get like tossed in like weird, like creepy jail cell or something like that. And there's a phone in there. The only person that they can get through to is this like creepy voice of Billy Baxter, who was the last kid who got locked away by the phone police. It's just the weirdest, stupidest story, but for some reason that one creeped the shit out of me. I don't
Mm.
know why. I think it was just the sound of the voices on the phone. It's just the intensity of it. I don't know, but they sold the hell out of that one.
Sounds like they
But
sampled that a little bit for the black phone, similar to that.
hmm, I don't know the story of that one, so I can't say.
Oh, you haven't
But
seen the black phone?
yeah, no, no, I have
No.
not. But yeah, Are You Afraid of the Dark, man? Nickelodeon at its finest. Part of the original Snick lineup,
Mhm.
Yes.
and
I don't think
you
I've ever
gotta love it.
seen one episode of that show.
They're fun.
Really?
They are.
They are. They're a lot of fun.
It makes me think of the episode of Salute Your Shorts with Zeke the plumber. Do you guys remember that one?
Oh my God, that scared the shit out
Yeah.
of me.
Yeah, Zeke the
It
plumber was
did
creepy as shit. Yes.
so much. And it was
Yes.
all because of this fucking mask.
Yep. I would. You know what?
Anything with
They're
masks.
missing the
Like,
boat on not selling that mask somewhere because I would buy the shit out of that. I think it's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
It's so
Honestly,
good.
I feel like you could probably DIY that,
True.
but
That's true.
yeah. But oh man, that would be a great Halloween costume for
Yes,
now
it
and
would.
see how many people get it.
Yep. And it's relatively easy. What, pair of overalls, a flannel, and a plunger. That's pretty much
Yeah,
it.
that's
That's all.
it.
As long as you get the
And
mask and the hat, you're good
he
to
had
go.
he had a hat too. Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that, and like he had a mustache also. Wasn't there like a
Yep.
bandage covering his nose?
Yep. The over the nose. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. See, there you go, done.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Last real good suspense movie I watched was Prisoners. It says Knocking Futs. Or like Silence of the Lambs when he tucks his junk and dances naked in front of a mirror.
And that's creepy for all its own reasons. I did
Yep.
that.
I have
Well, I didn't do that part, but I did the dance in the house with the robe and the wig on because they encourage you to do that. We went to go see the house. Cool as hell. Cool as
Very
hell, man.
I
Very
have
cool.
never seen it.
Oh,
Oh, really?
I've
The
it's
movie?
actually
never
a
seen
good movie.
yeah, I've never seen Silence of the Lambs. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
You're missing.
And the funny thing is, like, I actually, it was
Good
an
movie.
assignment at one point when I was at film school. It was an assignment in my screenwriting class to watch it, and I did not.
It's a
Really?
really good movie. Yeah.
I did not. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Well, you know
One of
what?
these days I'll get there.
Watch the prequel, Manhunter.
Red Dragon?
No, actually, well, the original version of it, Manhunter.
Yeah. Manhunter. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, where Brian Cox
Oh,
plays
okay.
plays Hannibal Lecter.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, Kevin, what do you have for me?
My last two. One is Poltergeist 2.
Reverend Kane.
I never
Reverend
saw
Kane.
Poltergeist 2.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep, there it is. That as a
Ugh.
child, especially being in the church and all, that old school like 19th century like minister preacher guy just scared
man.
the heck out of me. Just
Mm.
and the way he
Yes.
spoke, the look on
Sure.
his face.
Yep.
Enrique, I hope you're
Yep.
talking about
That
the movie.
face is the thing of nightmares.
Yes. And what's scary is in real life, unfortunately, the actor Julian Beck was dying of cancer. So he literally was giving the last performance of his life. And boy,
Yep.
did he knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable. I mean, this, like, you just don't forget this. You don't forget that image when you
Absolutely
see him,
not.
when he speaks, the way he's dressed. It's like basically,
Yes.
it's like taking the Quaker Oats man and turn him into a creepy, evil man. That's basically what it looks
Yes.
like.
I can hear his voice in the image right there, man. No,
Yeah.
I'm good.
He's
And when
like,
he comes to the door, he's just
I've
like, let me
only-
in. Like, nope.
I've only seen the first one,
yeah, the first one's great too, but
and
this
I
one
feel like I'm
stands out.
good beyond that. Like the first one, I'm good. I don't need to see the rest.
The
Yeah.
second one was pretty good. The third one's kind of
Yeah, man,
too
third
much. Yeah, it's kind of too much, Yeah.
one. Yeah. The other one I have, Martyrs. And
Yeah, but-
I'm warning all of you, don't watch this movie. It's good, but it's very, very, very disturbing.
Yeah. That's that crossing that line into the disgusting stuff,
Yeah, it's one of those French horror films, and it just absolutely, even for me, I've seen a lot in my lifetime. He's like one of maybe 3 movies that's really messed me up just watching it. Like I don't think I could ever watch it again. It's just out there.
I'm with you on that one.
You know, one that I forgot to mention that I should have, and it just dawned on me was Suspiria.
Oh yeah, well, which one? The new one or the old one?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
probably the original, I would think.
I never watched the original, to be honest.
Oh, really?
I only saw the remake, and the idea of it just was so like, okay, so I have a weird thing where when people's flesh is amalgamized together, it's really disturbing to me. Like, it really freaks me the fuck out. So, like, movies like Slither, where Michael Rooker's got all these body
Oh,
parts,
yeah.
pieces, and
Yeah.
he's one big blah, 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 blah. That bothers the fuck out of me. So they did it in Suspiria. I don't know if they did it in the original, but they did it in the remake. And just the idea that basically that there's demons, there's this demonic entity that needs to be appeased by the torment of these dancers is just such a great idea to me. Like, let's torture these ballet dancers, let's make their lives a living hell in order to appease this god, like this devil god or something. It's just creepy as fuck, and like that really resonated with me. It really stuck with me as a really, really creepy film. And I've thought about going back and watching the original, but then again, I don't know if I want to, because the remake was so creepy that if the original is even worse, I don't know how I'm going to be able to handle it, or if I'd want to.
So you've never seen Society, have you?
No.
So if you don't like bodies being morphed like that and stuff, don't ever watch that one. Ever. Don't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
I just watched Together, by the way, and that was
I've heard of that one, but I haven't seen it yet.
that was a lot for me. But I will say, out of those types of films, this was probably the best way to do it for me.
Okay.
Like, I could handle it. And it's actually really clever. So if you do get a chance to watch it, I recommend it.
Yeah, I definitely want to check that out.
Yeah, definitely recommend that. So Martyrs, Kevin.
Yeah, it's basically, to give you a quick summary, it's about a secret society that captures young ladies and just tortures them so they can try to achieve this enlightenment and find out what the afterlife is like. So through the suffering, they'll be able to somehow gain access to the afterlife and find out what it's like. It's just weird. But it's so realistic too, because you do have sick cults out there that probably would do something like this.
Yeah.
And just the sequences when they capture this one particular young lady, it's just continuous. Like the second half is worse than the first. Like, the first half was bad. Second half just goes to another level. They're just continuously torturing this young lady in multiple ways you can't imagine. Just ungodly ways. That is just like I almost cried, to be honest with you. I felt so terrible for what was happening. Like, of course, the performance from the actress herself, it was just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
David Cox says Poltergeist cursed. 5 of the actors died from the franchise.
Yeah. That was one of those cursed
Terribly sad.
cursed films episodes was about that. About Poltergeist.
Yes. Although you could counter that a little bit, it's a curse, but it's also a combination of tragic coincidences. The first movie, the lovely Dominic Dunn gets murdered by her crazy ex-boyfriend. The second movie, you have 2 actors, the gentleman who played the Native American character, and then the one, Reverend Kane. They were sick. One had cancer, the other one died on the operating table from heart surgery. And then the third movie, of course, was a misdiagnosis of Heather O'Rourke's condition. So I think they sued too, because they didn't do it right. They diagnosed it the right way. They could have saved her life. But
it kind of makes you wonder, though, man, if it really was like something to do. I don't know. If you think about it, the way they kind of present it to you, it makes you wonder, though.
Well, the skeleton thing, they use real skeletons. So they think there's a connection to that. Maybe, you never know.
I guess they said that the actor that played the Native American guy, he actually blessed the set and stuff too. Like, I mean, they were kind of freaked out. Like, maybe sometimes you should mess with certain things. Like,
don't
100%.
Don't disrespect the dead. Don't disrespect the spirits, man. Don't do it.
Truly.
Oh, and by the way, before I forget, and I just want to throw this out there because I'm going to forget. I know I am. Enrique, happy birthday, by the way.
That's right. Happy birthday, Mr.
Happy
Enrique.
birthday, Enrique.
I forgot to mention that earlier, but happy birthday, buddy. I hope you're having a great one, and thanks for spending some of your birthday day with us. I hope it's we've at least entertained you a little bit. I'm going to throw up a couple more here real quick. Again, mine, you guys are going to hate me for this, but it's really not a horror film at all. But it's one of those films where it just kind of this moment stuck with me, and that's Signs.
Oh God, this
Uh,
scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're talking about these
I
aliens
screamed out loud 3 times in
coming
the theater.
down to Earth, and it happened. It was Joaquin Phoenix and the little boy, and they had like foil
Mhm.
hats on or something, if I recall, and they're watching the TV and they're talking about, oh, the first sighting has been, seen of the aliens in public, and it walked past really quickly on the screen, and
Mhm.
they're like, what the hell? And you're watching it and you're like, oh my God, what the hell? And then they rewind it and they pause it on that moment, and it's right here at that moment that you see the creature, you see the alien. And let me
Mhm.
tell you, I was home alone. My parents were out doing something, dinner or something, I don't know. And we live out, in the countryside a little bit. And, you know, at the time I didn't know that I would obviously have been safe because I live right by the river. But at the time I wasn't sure. So, like this appears, it's night. I had to pause the film and get up and go and make sure the doors were locked and the windows were shut, because I was just so freaked out in this exact moment. Because
Mhm.
aliens to me are just as real as ghosts are to me, and ghosts
Oh,
are just
absolutely.
as real as you or me to me. So I believe in ghosts, and I certainly do believe in aliens. And the fact that this moment, it just caught me so off guard and just freaked me the f out. I just freaked out.
Mhm.
So yeah, this was a
Yeah.
very shit your pants type moment for me.
I
From
agree.
someone else.
I agree with this one. Yeah, this movie, I love this movie, but man, yeah, did it mess with me. And I saw it in the theaters with one of my best friends, who decided it would be, she never does shit like this either. She decided it would be fun to like look for the right jump scare moment to just grab my shoulder and make me
Mm.
scream. And God
Hmm.
damn it, she did it during the third act when they're in the basement and the daughter, the little girl's like backing up towards the wall, and all of a sudden you see the arms come out from
Hmm.
behind her. Yeah, she picked that exact moment to grab my shoulder. And
Yeah,
I screamed
perfect
goddamn
timing.
bloody murder. I
Perfect
screamed bloody
timing.
murder. There was only like 10 of us in the theater, and I'm the only one that screamed, and everybody was laughing at me.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
Yeah.
completely unrelated to like aliens, but like ghosts, we'll say. Uh, who thought they were badass when they watched Candyman and decided to go to the mirror and say it 5 times?
mm,
Oh,
Okay,
mm.
so we were like, I forget how old me and my friend were. I remember watching with him, and the way that my dad's old house was set up, the living room was here. You walk through the one hallway, there was a mirror on the window, and then when you went through the kitchen, there was another room, and there was a door with a mirror on it. So we decided, let's go be badasses. Let's go say Candyman in the mirror 5 times. We got to 4. We decided to quit, and then we ducked and hit the ground and crawled past the other mirror so they didn't come out of that one. So you're ballsy until you decide to do it, and it was like, no, I'm good. Because we all grew up on like Bloody Mary, right? That was the big thing.
Hmm.
And
yep.
yeah, but you know what they say about Candyman though? Like he never messed with you until you put his name in your mouth, and it's like, don't do that. That's how it is. Like that's a life lesson. Like he was cool until you said his name, and it was like, all right, now I got to come out and get you. So yeah,
Oh, I
that
gotta
was that was
work.
creepy. It was creepy,
It's a Tuesday. I'm tired. Now I gotta go kill these kids.
right? Could you imagine being that thing? Like you get summoned, you're like, come on, man, really? I just did this shit 10 minutes ago. Like like
Right?
all these people, like
For some reason, I picture what's his name? Hans Gruber, um, Alan Rickman. I picture Alan
oh
Rickman.
my
Like, oh, I have to go kill these kids now.
Mm.
god.
Oh, it's terrible. I just
Kind of like if his Dogma character was murderous.
yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I'm gonna bring up one more here. We have quite a few that we didn't go over, but
We can speed through a few.
yeah, I'm gonna say probably the 1981 Evil Dead. I think the pencil scene really bothered me a lot, like stabbing the ankle with the pencil,
Yeah.
and the possession scenes, and then this chained deadite demon woman
Yeah.
underneath the floorboards, and just everything going crazy. Like, this movie was nuts. The body with the chainsaw, and
Yeah.
I just, man, like, so I thought, that going back that like I thought that Army of Darkness, that was the first movie I'd seen. So when I found out there was two more, I thought, well, I should go back instead of going the third, second, and first. I should go from the third to the first, then watch the second, then watch the third again. So I did, but then when I watched the first, I didn't want to watch the second. So for the longest time, I didn't watch the second because the first one scared me so bad. And this is after what, 93, 94, when Army of Darkness came out. So this movie'd been out quite some time, Evil Dead.
Yeah.
The effects are not what they should be, but still,
it's gritty. I love it. It's gritty.
Yeah.
Really well done for its time. And very gritty, very, very evil, very creepy.
Yes.
And Naki Futt says, oh my God, Evil Dead was a gallon of ketchup in a fog machine. And David Cox says, great.
Yeah, that's not the point.
Yeah.
And I had the foresight back as a teenager to say, when I first saw this at a Blockbuster video or something like that, I said, man, whoever directed this movie, he should direct the Spider-Man movie if they ever finally get to it. And sure enough, he got to do it. I was so happy. Happy when Sam Raimi got picked up.
Talk about manifestation.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Because all the different camera angles.
Congratulations, Kevin.
Yeah. All the different camera angles. I was like, man.
I told you.
Spider-Man.
Manifestation. We already talked about it. The Ron Jeremy Irons movie coming. It's coming. See, talk about it. Here it comes.
No.
So, Kev, if you ever get the chance to meet Sam Raimi, are you going to go up to him and say, you know what, sir? You're welcome, by the way.
All right.
I spoke that into the universe.
I did. I'm like, sir, in 1999, I spoke this into existence.
Nothing Futch just brought up the Blair Witch Project. Bonnie, you want to speak for that?
Sure, why not? So that was on my list as well. Yeah. Blair Witch Project, man, I remember when it came out. I mean, of course, we all do. This was one of the first movies that had a really big viral internet campaign behind it before going viral was ever even a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So much so to the point that there are still people just now, almost 30 years later, just now finding out that this shit wasn't real.
Yeah.
That it was all
They did it
actors.
so well.
I cannot believe that there are people that didn't know back then that they were actors. I mean, they did a really good job of selling it. They did, but I mean, they had a premiere. The actors were present. They did press tours.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess a lot of people, missed a bunch of that, which is fine. But man, like the website that they put up, it was so good and believable and everything. Like just absolutely killer marketing. Like this is how you sell like that movie. And this created that whole lost footage genre, which everybody else loves. Me, not so much. This is where it begins and ends for me. But man, this movie is so good. It's scaring the shit out of you with very little. Because not once do you see a monster or anything. Like it's all 100% your imagination and sound and visual and just
And I think that's what scared people the most because it left you to your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
You saw in your mind you saw the Blair Witch, like you saw her, but you really didn't. And that's the thing that freaked out the most. Like no.
Yeah.
And
like there was no score or anything to kind of like lead you there. It was just the ambient sounds of the nothingness in the forest, and wait, did we hear a stick break? Like what the heck? And just so it's so well done.
What's crazy? There was a movie before this that had the same exact concept. They were actually first before the Blair Witch Project, but unfortunately, it didn't have the marketing and the backing. And the movie was called The Last Broadcast, and it was about like the Jersey Devil. About the Jersey Devil. It came out like 2 years before.
Oh, okay.
But it's all about timing. It's all about the right marketing, and
Well, I will say for found footage movies, Blair Witch did everything right as far as like the way they set it up, and like Bonnie said, it set the tone for other movies. Some are hit or miss. Some of them you could tell are super fake, but with Blair Witch, I didn't realize it wasn't a real story. See that one, Paranormal Activity. I gave up after the first one. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I don't know. There's
A
something about it.
lot of people
Yeah.
thought, you
I
know,
won't.
it
I
was
won't
real.
even go there. I can't even go there with the paranormal activities because that's just gonna. I know me. It's gonna fuck with my brain too much. And I don't even have cameras. I don't even have cameras in my house. But
You sure
still,
about
it's
that?
gonna.
Maybe the guy under your bathtub had
Ooh.
some installed.
Oh
Damn
no!
it, Donald! Don't.
Damn it!
Please
Ooh.
don't go
He's just
there.
laying under there with his phone viewing you. Oh,
I hate you so much
what is
right
Bonnie
now.
doing tonight?
I hate you so much right now. Because I have like there's a crawl space underneath my house, and there's crawl spaces like
Yeah.
in
Plenty
the.
of chances.
I hate you so
Tickle your
much right
toes.
now.
Tickle your
Oh
toes.
damn! See,
Go to hell,
nope.
man. Go to hell.
Because now I'm thinking about that damn dude licking the hand. See, no, man.
Right?
Damn
Oh
it!
my God.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Oh. And
Yeah.
Hell no.
he's not here right now. But one of my cats, my black cat, he's a little asshole. He loves to lick my hand, and I hate it so
See?
much. Now I'm
Yeah.
gonna hate it even more.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Jeez, I think that's gonna do
Things
it
I
for
did
us,
not need in
guys.
my head.
We're going to call it an evening. I think we're gonna do the Wheel of Fun for next week, right, Kevin?
Oh, the
Sure.
wheel of fun.
Yeah, we're gonna be giving away a prize. It's where did I put it? Stuck it up my ass. Anyway, it's a black bag I have here somewhere that I have gotten an evil black bag with
Ooh.
with wickedness in it.
Wickedness.
Wickedness. It's filled with wickedness, and it'll be the prize that'll be available next Monday when you all tune in, and tell your friends to tune in too. Because if you stay through the show, we'll put you on the wheel, we'll spin it, and if your name is selected, you will win. You'll win the prize. So we want to do that for next week. So definitely tune in for next week's show. Hope to have John back if you can, and then
Master
you
of
know,
Horror.
it's all horror month, so we're big fans of John's opinion when it comes to horror films for sure.
Yes, we are.
Appreciate it.
Mom says good night, all. Good night, Mom. Good night, Dad.
Good night.
Get
Night,
some
Mom and Dad.
rest. And how many people were freaked out from showers after Psycho? Not me. Didn't bother me.
I mean, I think that would mess with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think more
I mean,
women.
back when it
than
first
men.
came out, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dirty people that were like, I'm not showering ever again. Like I'm good.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So you're saying
Well, I
everybody
mean,
from
Janet Leigh
Comic-Con-
herself, she was so traumatized filming it that she never took a shower again. She was strictly
That's
baths
crazy.
only from then on out.
Jesus. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you all. Have a great evening. Again, happy birthday, Enrique. Take care, guys. We will see you next week. And if you're feeling thirsty, perhaps
You'll have a cruel, cunning, but always artful rumble pop.
yeah, that's the way we like to do it. Just like that. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a great one. Thank you so much. I'm going to try something different here because I saw that it was there. So maybe it is.
Different outro.
It's
Uh-oh.
not.
Oh.
It's not.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh God!
Wow. Wow.
Oh Lord!
We're leaving in 20 seconds. Oh, we'll be gone in 15.
Uh-oh.
The show will end.
Oh, you're
in 10 delicious
ridiculous.
seconds.
This is where everybody starts to count down. There you go.
7
8,
seconds. 6,
7,
5,
6. There you go.
4,
3,
3, 2, 1.
Bye.